Oh, hold on. All right, I'm back. How you doing? I realized I had to start the dryer. It's been a while since the dryer has gone off in the midst of a live stream, and I realized it's an important thing for everything that goes on. How y'all doing? Fish are good in the hood. Enjoying a wonderful Saturday. Just I've got to get a couple of things done with the fish room. I've been real busy at work. And by the time I get home, the dog and all that sort of stuff, fish stuff, I've got to just sort of prioritize it. I'm busy for at work for the next about 13 days, and then it slows down. So there you go. How y'all doing? Greetings from Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Just hanging out here at the old homestead, enjoying the fine fellowship one can only get. I am drinking the nectar of the gods. Diet Dr. Pepper. It's the one fans demand. They should be actually paying me for this, but they're not. See what else is going on in the hood. Been busier than heck, at work and with stuff around the house. Maggie got sick this week. That was fun. And so went and got that worked out. She's now doing better. And life is good. It's, I guess the other thing that I have going on in the fish room, the California Reds, I've actually set up, I've been moving fish around. The California Reds have been insanely popular. Been moving those out real quickly. I have like one more trio left. I maybe two more, and then I will have to wait till after the beginning of the year because I have a bunch of fry growing out right now, and they're looking good. I mean, these are really nice looking fish, so that's good. Been busy with just busy with everything. By the way, I went and did something yesterday. And perhaps of all the things that any of us do, if you enjoy this activity, I salute you because I can't. It's going to get a new cell phone. So I went, the cell phone I have is from Sprint. T-Mobile sent me a new, went and sent me a new, SIM card. I put that in. And this phone, it's an S10, Samsung S10. It was the last real good one before they started going 5G. It was the last of its kind. Now that 5G is much more available, and it's much better to operate. So I go to the T-Mobile store yesterday. So, and I realize this is going to be an hour out of my life. Okay, do you have one of the flips? What's the deal? I'll do it. So I'm sitting there and I find out, by the way, that the charger, the top secret time traveler, Peter Thiel, the thing for the charger, you actually have to buy that separately for your phone. It's not the USB, it's like the C to the C. All right, ready to do that. So I'm there for about an hour and I'm like taking stuff off of my phone. I'm eliminating programs on there, all that sort of stuff. I'm deleting all that stuff. And all I want transferred over is my steps, and everything else I have on backup, I can move it over in 2 seconds. I'm there an hour, and the woman says, "Yeah, we can't get this to you because I did not shift dimensions. Hopefully, I did not go black. Happy Thanksgiving or Easter or Halloween. Halloween, that's what we're coming up on." So I went, and so today I'm going, and I really need to replace this phone. So I'm sitting there going, oh, do I go now after this, go to like Best Buy? Does Best Buy offer the T-Mobile and Sprint? I don't know. I just loathe doing it. I just absolutely hate it. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not a fan. So they have cell phones here, and yeah, Verizon. Again, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. So, yeah, the whole cell phone thing. I've never done Apple. Well, let's see here. Well, I may have to go to Best Buy. And I just logged in. They have me at the East Tucson, Arizona store. I have no idea why. I live in Joplin, Mo. In fact, I've driven through Tucson. I've never even stayed overnight in Tucson. So, yeah. And so there you go. All right. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to go and go stand in line with them. So yeah, good times. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go over and deal with this. So yeah, good times. Good times had by all. And if they can't help me, I have to hold on to my phone now for another few weeks because I paid my bill, and my bill is paid through the end of there. What's up, John Oliver? How are you? Just use my portable time travel machine? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's what I have to do. Yeah, so good times. Good times had by all. Yeah, so I'll just tell you, getting a new cell phone, and I'd rather stay with whom I have. So I think I get good service and all that sort of stuff. So I may have to go to Best Buy today. How excited am I about it? Not. I have so much to get done, so much to do. By the way, for those of you just joined us, I am doing laundry. It's been a while. It's been a while since that dryer has gone off in the middle of the thing. Except, hold on. Be right back. I realized something. Oh, I'm back. I'm coming. I realized I didn't hear the buzzer go off, and that's why I did some last night, and I made sure the buzzer. 124 is when the buzzer goes off. There you go. And thank you, Doug Gray. Doug Gray did. I sent him some of my swordtail guppies, that I've had in my fish room, by the way, for 3 years, and they're doing amazingly well. And Doug showed off how why you need more and more aquariums for them. It's the California Reds that I'm working on. Uh, Basically are the same thing. They reproduce and reproduce and reproduce. I now have 5 tanks of them set up. And I will tell you that I maybe 1 or 2 trios left for sale that I will sell before probably 3 weeks, before like the 7th of November. 7th of November, and then I'm probably not shipping till next year, mainly because it's Christmas shipping, and you guys know how that goes. And the weather is relatively unpredictable, etc. So, yeah, it's nuts. By the way, and Doug, answer this question for me. John, if you're still here, answer this. Do you guys appreciate emails from your buyers when they buy fish from you after they receive them? Everything's okay. I really like it. Yeah, I don't know where Chewy is. He probably is cavorting with Avril Lavigne again. And when our Professor Chewy is all about cavorting, that's his favorite word. So I went to yeah, it's really too bad. I prefer it when I get a note. So I'm not most of the times I do get a note. Most of the times I get a nice note from the good people, and they say, "Hey, thank you very much. They arrived. Everything's good." And so yeah, I appreciate it. And I think I talked about last weekend in last week's show. I made a mistake in shipping. First time I've ever done it. Every time I've been really meticulous, and the Guppies had already left the post office, were on their way, and all of a sudden Maggie comes to me with the cover, the insulation cover for the box. And I'm going, oh no. So I do what you're supposed to. I write the woman and I just said, hey, I said, I made a mistake. If there's any problems, you won't have to pay for shipping. I'll take care of shipping and go from there. Just take a picture of the box when it arrives. When you open it, lift up the thing, show me the fish. And if there's losses, I'll just send you more. And because if I screw something up, I want to be that person that does the right thing. Yeah, I did pack the fish. Has anyone forgotten to pack the fish? I will say this, I have to come up with a better procedure for fish packing. It just seems like and I'm not like John who's shipping out 20 30 boxes at a time. I'm shipping out the max 3 or 4, and sometimes I've had up to 6, but normally it's like 2 3 a week, which is fine with me. And the packing part is the pain in the butt. That's the thing. I have to come up with a more streamlined way of doing it. More streamlined all the way around. Uh, yeah, so it's just been real busy. What else going on with the fish? I don't know. I've got lots of fry, got lots of stuff going on. I have this one tank that was corrupted during my move, and I am showing up to give my LFS mutt guppies. Because I'm not. I suppose I could sell them, and this is no criticism of our buddy Michael. Michael's Fish Room sells mutt guppies. I would call them Mobb's mixes, not to steal from him. Uh, it's just, and maybe I should, but I show up to my LFSs with a bunch of guppies every few weeks, and they're pretty doggone happy about it. So there you go. By the way, Doug and I were exchanging some texts earlier this week, and Doug brought up about ATFG on Aquabid, one of the big sellers, and I went and looked at it, and it looks like they're on Aquabid again, or at least I saw their name. It may have been people selling ATFG sourced fish, and that may be the case. Let me look here. By the way, besides Aquabid and Get Gills, it's somebody who is selling ATFG fish, not ATFG. All right. I knew I saw something. Two of the three Thailand guys you purchased fish from have disappeared. Yeah, I wonder why. Do you think they've been arrested? For dealing in fish? Are our kind, the fish geek kind in Asia, being discriminated against? Or did they have a deal? Chandler Monkey. Vivi? Okay, I'll check that out. Oh, it's getting too difficult to get their fish out of their country. That's sad because they're doing a great job. And I have a question. Our land. I want to know if they had a hurricane this year. Well, they've been hit by a hurricane. And let's see here. And they've had flooding in Thailand. Typhoon season apparently has been pretty busy for them. So that may be the reason we're not seeing them. So, yeah, they may have been nailed by severe weather, which would make me feel, well, I feel bad they're going through it, but that makes perhaps a little bit of sense. How about those Vikings? Lumpy Dog, how are you? Hey, 5-1, baby. And I don't think they're really playing that well at this point. That's a good question, Doug. I hadn't thought that through. But, I have like hours of my life that I can't remember what I've been doing. By the way, I am wearing, let me show you. a Lake Minnetonka t-shirt. It says unsalted, shark free. My brother brought that for me, which was very nice of him. It's if I went back in time, I would go. I would take care of it. Yeah, I'll tell you what. The one thing, one of the advantages of being a single again is that uh, you don't get a honeydew list. The bad news is you give yourself your honeydew list. That's the problem. And the more aquariums you have, the more honeydew stuff that gets away from anything else. I'm going to look at this Vivi site. Yeah, so my hope is our friends in Thailand. Okay, Vivi Fish, Aquarium Marketplace. Huh. I'll have to check this out. We'll have to check this out. Part of me wants to start taking classes to learn how to build websites. But I have classes I need to do with Maggie, and I've been too busy to do it. It's there's a class for her on Tuesdays. That's just you pay when you go, and she got back from her show trip. Then I had like 3 weeks in a row where I had something on Tuesday night going. $25 for a flat overnight. Who does the shipping for you? Vivi? Or where are the Vivi trucks? I'll have to figure this out. Yeah, that's sort of the deal, Doug. It's I actually have a buddy of mine who builds websites. I can connect you with him if you'd like. And he's a trustworthy guy, someone I've known for a long time, my buddy Drew. I just want to learn how to do it. And I've got to sort of I would like to go into a thing where it's available to do on I wonder if we have a local college. Let's see here. MSSU classes. It's Missouri State Southern University, the home of the Lions. And I wonder if they have a program, to go out and do this where it's on a weekend type thing. I don't know. Sort of like to know. But I'd like to take a class and learn how to do some of that stuff. Yeah, I've built basic websites before. I do own mobguppy.com. So I've got that going for me, which is nice, but I haven't done anything with it. And I probably should. By the way, 74 visits to the Mob to my California Reds page, which is awesome. Except I don't have a buy. So not so awesome. Not so awesome at all. Impetuous to push, successful sourcing. I remember all the free AOL CDs at checkout counters. Absolutely. And AOL went and bought Time Warner, and they said, yeah, it's probably the wrong person to buy that. There was AOL Time Warner for a while, then they dropped AOL because they got crushed when the dot-com bust happened in the year 2000. Ah, glorious Dr. Pepper. Glorious. Yeah, Doug has some Guppy fry. Absolutely. You're going to use mobguppy.com? You see, it's sad. AOL CDs made good scarecrows in the garden. I would hope so. I hope, and by the way, I'm going to give an unpopular opinion. I think Taylor Swift sucks. I don't like her. I don't like her music. I don't like that dumb look on her face. Don't think she's a good guitar player. There, I said it. You have McDonald's, yeah. It's McDonald's, everybody, but they have the Big Mac, and the Big Mac is delicious. Count yourself lucky, Doug. Count yourself lucky. So I upset a relative of mine at the family funeral. And I may upset some of you guys here too, but you guys have come to know and like me. So if this ticks you off, I apologize, but I'm telling you the truth. Was going off to see a country act, her 18-year-old. I said, so you're going out to see some cowboy karaoke, are you? And, there were a couple of people looked at me real mad. What do you mean cowboy karaoke? I said, well, none of these people write their own songs. They're not allowed to. Very few of them do. And so, why are all these aging country acts out, doing tours all the time? Because they don't make any money, music royalties. Music royalties serve where the game is. And so, are you sure? I said, Google it. Trust me. And that made him even more upset. So there you go. By the way, this thing about this James Corden going to a restaurant and treating the wait staff poorly. Have you guys been following that story? And the restaurant owner, who apparently owns one of the most beloved restaurants in New York, When I lived there, it was there, but I never went. There's a lot of restaurants in New York. So James Corden was there and apparently treated the staff like they were just complete, you know, was dressing them down and all that sort of stuff. And the restaurant owner called James Corden, you know, a little cretin, among other things. I know you love Craig Ferguson. The only thing I liked about, well, you also have to realize James Corden and Taylor Swift starred in the movie Cats, which lost more money than you could shake a stick at. Let's see, Cats movie. See how much money that sucker lost. It lost a lot. The budget is about 100 million. It made 75 million. Yeah, so they lost a lot of money. They lost a lot more money because there's the marketing money that goes into it, all the promotional dollars. Yeah, that lost a lot of money. No, I love Iggy and the Stooges. Iggy is from my family's place, my home in Michigan. And I'm pretty excited that my family is from the Muskegon Grand Rapids area. And I believe he was born in Muskegon. Let me look this up. Yep, born in Muskegon. My mom was born in Muskegon. My grandmother was born in Muskegon. So there you go. Yeah, he did The Passenger, absolutely. And no, he's the man. He's the man. Oh, you were in Grand Rapids last weekend. Nice. One of the guys at my company, it's on the company payroll. This guy's company is in Grand Rapids, and yeah, I love Grand Rapids. It's where my people come from. My grandfather was born in Grand Rapids. My granny was born in beautiful Muskegon, and yeah, that's my people. And I went to a family reunion in Muskegon. Well, this has got to be 30 years ago, and I was a kid. I was just like I was going to school. It's probably 20 years old, 22 years old, somewhere in there. So I went out there, and it was for my grandmother's immediate family. My grandparents were alive at this point, and all of a sudden, one of the aunts says, "Oh yeah, those people who just went by, they're your cousins too." Oh, why don't you introduce us? How do mermaids communicate? Shell phones. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, well, Muskegon, they did a lot of things small towns do wrong. Is that small towns, their mistake in life is that nothing will change. Let's see, I just gotta look at this text. Oh, Rochelle Walensky has come down with the Rona. She's the head of the CDC, COVID positive. So good. Good news. All right. I'm excited about that. So she came down with the Rona, which is strong. All right, hold on. I got to do something with this. All right. Yeah, so that's the, little helpful hint, everybody. Yeah, she came down with COVID. She just got the new booster. That's not working that well, apparently. So there you go. So there you go. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was up to date on my shots and I came down with the Rona. It's Now I am not a conspiracy theorist. Liberty Bell Cichlids, how you doing? I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Okay, well, most things I'm not. Um, but here's what I think we can all safely assume. People of all different political viewpoints, Jon Stewart, Bill Maher, Sean Hannity all agree on this. Yeah, it probably was a designed, the COVID thing was designed. I think that's fair enough. And yeah, so there you go. And I was up to date on all my stuff and I came down with COVID. So yeah, it's just going to happen. We're all going to get it. And so there you go. And all right, there we go. Just the thing. You just self cleaning. I'm the newest sponsor of Infowars. God no. Yeah, it's as soon as I could get the Rona shot, I got it. I got my boosters, all that sort of stuff. It's I know people who've come down. One of my coworkers, who's had all the shots, by the way, has had COVID 3 times. Yeah. Well, she who must be obeyed, lumpy dog. She who must be obeyed. And that's the beauty of being single again. Even though I have a date this week with an actual woman. And it's our second time hanging out. Is there anything here? I have no idea. But yeah, you don't meet gals if you don't, if you don't go out there and put yourself onto the deal. I met her at an event, and Doug, I'll text you a picture of me and her, and you can share with the crew what you want, what you wish to. Hold on, let me send this off. Upload, doot. I'm able to send text from my cell phone on my computer. So there you go. All right, Doug, you've got it. Yeah, and by the way, I could clean my garage as well, but I can put it off as long as I want because I'm single. I can put it off. You'll be looking for a woman who can still drive at night. Yeah, it's yeah, she's a pretty girl. And I'm 22 years older than her. So, yeah, my one of my cousins is going through a divorce, and I started quizzing her on her dating. She hasn't started yet because she's still going through it, which is probably smart. And yeah, going through there. By the way, I was at a restaurant this last week, and a couple of ladies, I'm guessing, in their 50s ish, which is fine. And one of them had had so much plastic surgery. Uh, and it was bad plastic surgery. It wasn't, just, a thing to pull up the neck a little bit. Hey, I could do that. I could get rid of some neck stuff. Liposuction in the neck. I could do that. All right. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, blowing up ATMs. It's my thing. Big jam for me too, Doug Ray. Oh yeah, I wait for them to come at me. I've learned as a guy that you show interest, you make eye contact, they'll get out. They just begin to they go after you. I've learned that over years. If you're a younger guy who's single and you need a couple of tips, that's one of the tips to go through. One of the tips to go through all the way around. And by the way, this gal asked me out, so there you go for our second date. See you later, Lumpy. Good luck with that honeydew list. Keep telling your wife you love her. Just stand up, do what you can. I Josh, one of my coworkers. I have a coworker who I think his wife is very jealous. This ain't the guy that she should be worrying about. This guy probably does not have a lot of game. She's very jealous. And I just tease him about it endlessly. So it's good. You got handsy with Selma Hayek and she never got back to you? Or you did the Matador. I call it the Matador system. Yeah, you hold out the thing and yeah. Selma's pretty. I understand she's like 5'1", real short. Married to a billionaire. So there you go. Pretty exciting stuff. No, it's the dryer's still running. You just missed it, Doug. Yeah, she's still very lovely. Yeah, it's the dryer's still running. I think we still have a little time here before it goes off. Does anyone want to know what's in the dryer? I can share with you. It's kind of exciting. It's a load of darks featuring a couple of pairs of pants, pair of shorts, shirts, and dark socks. I've sort of gotten into the thing, gang, where again, getting back to the mundane stuff, I can almost go a month without doing any wash at all. So I now have it into a thing where I just bang it all out in one weekend, which is, I think, the way to go. Melvin, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, you don't even say hi to me first. You say hi to Doug. You watched decent 1950s sci-fi free on YouTube earlier. Target Earth, kind of like a Twilight Zone episode. Nice. No ads and a freebie. There you go. I woke up in the middle of the night, and so I turned on Discovery Plus and watched an episode of Ancient Aliens. Speaking of Ancient Aliens, is that on today? Do we have Ancient Aliens on today? I'm gonna take a look. And here's the deal with Ancient Aliens, folks. I watch it like a game show. No, not on. It's is that whatever the thing is, the if the premise is pretty good, you don't see David Childress until well into the show. If the premise is absolutely insane and completely implausible, well, then you'd see David Childress the first 30 seconds. Yeah, they're not. It's counting cars. That guy irritates me. Where do you guys come down on the counting cars guy? It's is it just me? Oh, they're doing a car auction later on today, starting at 2:00. Watch football or a car auction. Ancient Aliens, by the way, starts at 7:00 tonight. Ancient Aliens, declassified, 4-hour and 30-minute or 4-hour 3-minute episode. You have to record this. You have to wonder. Yeah, the deal is about counting cars. Is that it's a shop that does restorations and sometimes making older cars more modern, fancy new engines and all that sort of stuff. And it's with a real irritating guy with a bandana in Las Vegas. So there you go. Yeah, it's just irritating guy with a bandana. No, David Childress has not shown up to get his car done. I did see part of an episode where Alice Cooper showed up. You probably saw it and didn't like the guy. It's been on a long time. It's on history. On the Ancient Aliens channel. So yeah. Okay, you guys heard the dryer go off. 12:45. You're off by 21 minutes, Doug. 21 minutes. What's going on with our boy Alishan? I know you said he's busy, but I feel like he's left us and depressing. Yeah. It's the other one, the father and the son who hate each other. Now about the rebuilding of the motorcycles in New Jersey. That was a pretty cool show for a while, but now they hate each other's guts, and I think they're suing each other. The Tunnels, I think that was the name of those guys. And Tuttle, Orange, County Choppers. Paul Tuttle Sr. Oh, I had the spelling wrong. And I think they're still suing each other's butts off. And they hate each other very much. The guy with a terrible temper has been married a couple of times. Who would have thunk it? Well, let's see here. Let me check this. This may be exciting too. We've had like breaking news happening during this. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah, well, I don't blame the Mets. Holy capoli. And by the way, Mets fans are sort of like Jets fans, just to be frank here. Their entire goal in life is to lose. They're not happy until they lose and lose bad. They root for those teams because they hate. They think it's too easy to cheer for the Giants and the Yankees. So yeah, so there you go. Nice times. Yeah, the Jets are the deal. The other thing going on, gang, is that now that we're getting to fall and winter, yeah, Francisco Linder is really a great player, by the way. And yep, out of the playoffs in 3 games. Well, it could be worse. What about the Cardinals? Were out in 2. The Philly, and by the way, I hate to say this, and Doug, even though I appreciate you as being from Philadelphia, you know, the Philadelphia fans you know, you guys are now milking it. I have a feeling the Phillies, it'll probably be the Phillies and Astros in the World Series. I hope the Phillies win. I hate Houston. It's and the Eagles are legit. The Eagles are legitimately good. And anyone who is questioning the quarterback, that guy is the real deal. It's this guy came in to Philadelphia humble, wanting to be well, wanting to be coached well, and obviously not out doing the party scene. He was spending all of his free time in the gym. This guy's the real deal. And for quarterbacks, most quarterbacks end up when they're drafted in the NFL being just like Mitch Trubisky. It's just the way it is. Most don't make it. And sometimes those very early picks just fall apart. And so that's part of the deal. And when you have a guy that's willing to work, do what it takes, is doing the gym time, is doing whatever he can to do well, I really, really appreciate that. And that's one of the real fortunate things of what's going on with the Eagles. They've got a guy who's going to work hard and do that. And it's he's there, he's a team guy. And it looks to me, by the way, Mac Jones for the Patriots, he ain't gonna make it. In fact, his backup may end up by the end of the season being the starter. Mac Jones, is one of these guys I heard on a sports talk show that is like a 5-year-old who keeps saying, why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Instead of just listening and learning and going. He wants to have everything explained out to him. That's not the job. The job is the coach is going to coach, and you've got to go do it. That's it. So, and once in a while asking what, I'm trying to figure out why we're doing this. Can you explain that to me? That's fine. But if you're doing that on everything, saying, why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Yeah, not good. So, it's having these guys, these quarterbacks, so many busts. It, makes no sense. All right, gang, we've been here about an hour. Thank you so much. And we'll be seeing you next week. Adios, mi amigos.